Hello, everyone. This is the welcome talk for Northcourt Housing, Benyon, Sherfield, and St. Patrick's Hall. In a moment, we're going to run a PowerPoint to talk about life in halls. But before we do that, please make sure to complete the check-in form, which I have posted in the Q&A section. Even if you're watching as a flat, make sure that you complete the form individually so you can register your attendance. If you don't, we'll ask you to attend another one of those talks. After the PowerPoint, you'll have the opportunity to ask any questions, and I'll be joined by colleagues from University of Reading, UPP, and the Students' Union.
Hi, I'm Sue Wallace, the Residential Support and Discipline Manager at the university. I'm here to explain how you can access support whilst you live in halls and how we manage behaviour during your stay. Our team of 5 trained wardens come from a variety of backgrounds, but all have relevant experience of halls living. We have our own office, which is located over in St George's Hall, and this is staffed 7 days a week. You can contact the team by email or one of our drop-ins. The details can all be found on the posters in your kitchen, as well as the university's essential website. If you're not sure, just call the Halls hotline. Let me introduce the team to you. We have Amir, Faith, Carrie, Danny, and Lewis. And of course, there's myself as team manager. At our university, and indeed in the halls, we believe that fostering an atmosphere conducive to academic success requires a balance between freedom and responsibility. Our wardens play a crucial part in maintaining this delicate equilibrium. The team are not only enforcers of the rules within halls, but they also act as a point of contact for you, offering guidance, advice and assistance on a variety of areas, including any academic challenges, personal matters, your accommodation, as well as in-the-moment support. So please feel free to approach them and have a chat about your concerns. The wardens can also help you connect with other university services, such as student welfare, counselling and wellbeing, and DAS, that's the Disability Advisory Service. We know for many of you, this will be your first experience of communal living, and we want you to have a great experience. But at the same time, we know this may not be the case for everyone, and turmoil can happen for many reasons and at any time. The wardens are there to help with issues of unrest within the halls, homesickness, mental health concerns, and general well-being. I would like to reiterate that we stand firm in our zero tolerance policy for any behaviour that is never okay, including racism and discrimination. I know it can be difficult, but if you feel you are not being treated with dignity and respect, please consider telling your warden about your experience or using report and support. You may find talking about sex and consent difficult, but it is so important that we all build a shared understanding of what consent is, how to respect boundaries, and how to positively intervene in a situation. Consent is agreeing by choice and having the freedom and capacity to choose. We would urge you to participate in the Consent Matters training on our essential site. Remember, no topic is out of bounds for the wardens. Discipline forms the backbone of any successful institution, and our wardens are instrumental in upholding it. They oversee the compliance to university policies and procedures and hall rules, promoting an environment that encourages mutual respect, integrity, and responsible behaviour. By setting clear expectations and offering guidance, they help create a harmonious community in which we want everyone to thrive. They address any breaches of conduct promptly and fairly, ensuring that you are all aware of your responsibilities whilst living in halls and the consequences if those rules are not followed. Wardens will investigate any breaches or allegations with impartiality and as swiftly as the process allows, in conjunction with the university student disciplinary procedure. Sanctions can include warnings, monetary fines, or escalation to the Student Disciplinary Committee. All details can be found on Essentials, but we will send you information through our monthly newsletters, which will include links to the Student Code of Conduct and Student Residency Agreement, 2 documents you have all signed up to adhere by. Wardens work very closely with our security colleagues to help maintain a safe and secure living environment. Security will call out the duty warden during the night time if they feel their presence is required. A duty warden is available 365 days of the year. A team I haven't mentioned yet is the Hall Mentors. So who are they? The university employ and train 21 PhD students to assist the wardens in their pastoral support duties. They also live in halls themselves and are assigned to specific halls, which means they get to know the uniqueness of each residency. As students, they can holistically support you from knowledge concerning academic engagement to navigating campus resources, providing mentoring and understanding to the challenges students face today. They are also committed to organising various hall events to enhance the sense of belonging, building a vibrant community spirit, and helping you connect with other students. This year, the weekly recreational and social events occur every Saturday between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. The upcoming events will be in our newsletter and on Essentials, so do keep an eye open for the first email and step out of your comfort zone and come along. As part of our inclusivity, we will not serve alcohol at these events. It is worth noting that the fines I mentioned earlier fund the events put on by the Hall Mentors. Before I go, I wanted to explain about the quieter lifestyle halls. You will know you're in one as either you have requested this or the accommodation partners have told you about it. Quieter halls doesn't mean silent, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Noise is an inherent aspect of communal living. However, if there is persistent noise or it becomes a nuisance, then please do speak to one of the wardens or a hall mentor. So that's it for me. I want to wish you every success at university, and my hope is that you will make positive, unforgettable memories during your year in halls.
Hall Mentors are postgraduate students who live in Hall and help support the wardens. You can find your Hall warden on the poster in your kitchen. Alternatively, contact the Hall's hotline for their details. Welcome to the community. Reading is a friendly community and a great place to socialise. But remember, there are many non-students living in the streets around campus and halls. It's important to be considerate and respectful to these neighbours and be aware of the noise you are making when you're socialising, especially late at night. Complaints from neighbours can lead to disciplinary sanctions. Please also remember that you cannot bring cars to university unless you have approved special circumstances. The university has a street support team. These street wardens work at night around the streets off campus. You will recognise them by their uniforms and high vis. The street wardens can provide advice if you need help late at night. They're very friendly, so do say hi if you need their help.
One of the first things you should do at Reading is register with a local doctor. You'll be spending the majority of the next few years in Reading, so it's important that you have a local doctor available to you. There are 3 practices in close proximity to the university. For more information on choosing, please see www.nhs.uk. Getting into good habits in your university life will help you settle and make the most of your time here. Things like eating well, good sleeping habits, and getting exercise can set you up for success. Our Life Tools series of events can help you get into these good habits and set you up for a great start to life at university. Meningitis is a serious illness with potentially fatal consequences. Make sure you're in the know about meningitis and the signs to watch out for. More information can be found in the Hall's A to Z handbook. If you have any concerns, please call 101 or visit your GP.
To follow now is a short video from the Mayor of London. Male violence against women and girls starts with words. If you see it happening, have a word with yourself and then your mates.
I've not eaten anything all day, bruv. You know what? I can do with this too, pal. Oh, Lee, Jacob always paying for it all.
Text me when you get home, okay? I will.
I'm paying. Come on, how much? Gee, proper bit, bruv. Sweetheart, you alright? You alright, yeah? She ain't listening, man. Go on a crisp. Go on, have a crisp. Go on, have a crisp. The moody one, isn't she? A little bit rude, to be honest. God, geez, am I really that bad?
The taxi's nearly here.
Taxi?
Oi, Jacob, you're not gonna say anything? Just leave me alone, man. Bro, look at her.
Whoa, 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 where are you going in such a hurry? All I've done is be nice. Nice, that's it. I'm trying to be nice, all right? And all I'm getting is this.
What are you doing? You need to say something. This isn't a joke anymore.
All right? What is it? What is your problem? You've not said one word. No?
Come on, bro.
You're not so pretty with that face on, you know? I just don't understand.
What are you doing? That's enough.
Male violence against women and girls can start with words,
Only joking, bruv.
but it doesn't stop there.
Let's go.
If you see it happening, have a word with yourself, then your mates.
Hi folks, my name is Justin. I'm the General Manager for Park Group, which incorporates Childs, Mackinder, Stenton and Windsor Halls. I work for a company called UPP, which is in partnership with the University of Reading to look after the Hall's accommodation on the university's behalf. Our number one aim is to provide a clean, well-maintained and safe environment for you all to live in and for our staff to work in. Our housekeeping, maintenance, front of house and management teams all work together to help us achieve this. We're a friendly and approachable bunch, so please do say hello and speak to us if you're ever unsure of anything. We were recently asked for our 3 top tips for residents moving into halls, and this is what we came up with. Firstly, read your Hall's A to Z handbook. I appreciate this might be a bit of a stretch, so perhaps don't read it from cover to cover, but familiarise yourself from where you can find it online and on the Home at Halls app. I suggest you flick through the content so you have an idea of all the areas it covers. So if you're ever in doubt in the future, you can use it for reference. It will help ensure you are following the Hall rules and keeping yourself and others safe. Secondly, take time out to hold an informal meeting with your flat or household. Be realistic and honest with each other and decide how you all want to live for the next year. Agree arrangements around kitchen tidiness, dishwashing, noise levels, etc. I promise you, laying some ground rules now may help avoid unnecessary conflict down the line. And finally, if you're not sure, please ask. If you're uncertain, then there's bound to be others who are uncertain also. So please just stop and ask us. All of our team are in UPP uniform, which is navy blue with the UPP logo on it. You'll find us around site, but also in our reception underneath Windsor Hall. We also answer your queries via the Home at Halls app and through our 24 hours a day Halls hotline. So, if you have a worry, concern or problem, please don't sit in silence. Just come and ask us. That's me done, so thanks very much for your time. On behalf of all the UPP team, welcome to Reading. We look forward to seeing you around the site, and please don't forget to say hello.
Bike security. Cycle theft is a problem in many locations throughout the UK, and Reading is no different. Here's just a few tips just for you, your bike, and arriving now at university. Ensure your bike is insured, hopefully before you arrive at university, but if you haven't already, organise it now. Register your bike on the national database. Remember, you cannot store your bicycle in your accommodation. Use the designated bike racks or sheds on campus. as they'll be more public and may be covered by CCTV. Always secure your bike with 2 quality bike locks. For added security, consider purchasing an Amobi Bike RFID bicycle security tag. And I have to remind you that bicycles are always stored at owner's own risk.
The next short video we will be showing covers fire safety in halls.
Let's be honest, fire safety isn't going to be at the top of your to-do list when you're starting uni.
But it is important, so stick with us for a few minutes while we show you how to stop fires from happening in your accommodation and what to do if one does start.
So you can avoid situations like this. Once you've started cooking, don't get distracted, especially if you're grilling or frying something.
Always say with whatever you're cooking to keep an eye on it. And while we're in the kitchen, try to keep your oven trays clean, as grease and fat are highly flammable. All it takes is a quick wipe down when you're done cooking and you're sorted.
Make sure you use the correct charger for your device, ideally the one that it came with. And if you're an international student, please make sure that your chargers work with the power supply in the UK. Using the wrong charger can overload the supply and cause it to overheat.
Also, avoid overloading plug sockets and extension leads. This could create a power surge and cause a fire. Only plug in the number of plugs it was built for.
Fairy lights are a great way to decorate your room, but please make sure they're battery and LED based. Unlike mains powered ones, these don't heat up no matter how long they're on for.
Smoking indoors is banned. That goes for both cigarettes and vapes. Head to the designated smoking area.
Now this bit's really important. So fire doors have this symbol on them and they're designed to stop the spread of fires, but they only work if you keep the door closed, so please don't wedge them open.
Don't mess about with the smoke detectors, fire alarms, and firefighting equipment. Keeping these in good shape means they're ready to save your life if there's a fire.
If you hear this noise, then it means you have to leave the building. Don't presume that it's a test.
Walk, don't run, and head to
your fire assembly point.
Check with your accommodation so you know where to go.
This stuff might not be exciting, but it is important. If you don't take the right actions, then fires can start and spread very quickly. Plus, you don't want to be known as the one that caused that fire.
So remember to follow the advice mentioned here, and you can keep your time at uni flame-free.
We will now hear from your campus security team.
Hello, my name is Dilip Ayman and I'm the Security Services Manager. I'm part of a team of around 60 security officers who are trained, licensed and working around the clock to keep you safe while you're here with us at the University of Reading. You can recognise us by the distinctive red, white and black livery on the vehicles we drive and the uniform we wear. If you need to, you can contact us in a number of ways. You can visit the control room here at White Knight's house. It's open 24 hours a day. Alternatively, you can telephone us on either of these two numbers. Please save them to your phone as a speed dial in case you ever feel vulnerable, threatened or need us. Hopefully you never will, and you can delete them after you leave us. Or you can stop us when we are walking or driving on patrol. If you're living in student accommodation, you will have dedicated members of our team here to look after you. So go and say hello to them. They are your go-to people if ever you have a security concern or feel threatened or vulnerable in any way. We are here to keep you safe, so please let us know if you need help at any time. It's important that you listen to and follow any instructions you are given. For example, if you're asked to leave a building in the event of a fire alarm activation, If you're asked for your student identification, to make sure we know who you are and that only people who should be here are here. Listening to instructions is especially important if there is a serious, life-threatening incident. Whilst it's unlikely to happen during your time here, we do have a security response in place just in case to help keep you safe. What you need to do, please, is download the Call My app on your mobile. If it is ever activated and doesn't say it's a test, then you need to listen to what you're being told and follow the instructions given. From all of us in the security team, welcome to the University of Reading. Remember, we are here to look after you and keep you safe, and you can come to us if ever you need help. Thank you.
You can download the Call My app by scanning the QR code on screen. You can see a QR code for each popular operating system, so please scan the code that is relevant to your phone. Don't forget, you have an important role to play in keeping our campus and halls safe. Remain vigilant. If someone tailgates you into a building, which is when you use your card to access a building and someone follows you in without scanning their own card, do consider if it feels right. If something doesn't feel right, reach out to your campus security team. I am really pleased to now introduce our Home at Halls team.
The Home Office programme provides social events, activities, initiatives and competitions completely free to all students living in halls, with community, wellbeing and sustainability in mind. We run a series of events from craft nights, relaxation and wellbeing sessions and themed food nights. We also run cultural events to celebrate different religious holidays, and we also provide support to students through community pantries, free sanitary products in communal toilets and financial webinars. A highlight from last year was running Halls Awards. It was a great event where staff and students came together to celebrate students' time in halls. There was live music, there was food, games and the award ceremony at the end. Any student living in halls or residence can get involved. If you have friends visiting, they can come along too. We post our events on the Home at Halls app where you can find out more information and sign up. You can also tell us what events you want to see for our surveys and social media channels with lots of chances to win prizes. Attending Home at Halls events enables you to meet new people within your halls, leading to new friendships. You can also learn a new skill at an event and ultimately have fun for free.
The following is a brief introduction to your Reading Students' Union. This year, the Students' Union officers have agreed that their main priorities are to help with the pressures and effects of the cost of living on students. This includes keeping costs low on campus and offering vouchers where possible. They aim to improve students' well-being through various events and campaigns and to equip students for their future by providing opportunities to learn skills and gain experiences. There are plenty of opportunities to get involved, so keep an eye on the Students' Union's social media channels and emails to find out more. Your officers this year are Nathan for Activities and Opportunities, Sarah for Welfare, James is the President, Shreyas for Education, and Gabe for Inclusion and Communities. They're always happy to chat with students, so stop by the Students' Union or follow them on Instagram to ask them anything or get involved. Their Instagram handles are on the screen now. We will now hear from Corinne Brooks, our International Student Experience Manager here at Reading.
Moving to a new country to study can be unsettling, and it can take some time to get used to living with new people in an unfamiliar environment. Be kind to yourself and appreciate that it might take some time to feel settled in Reading. If you are an international student and have any questions or concerns, please get in touch. I'm happy to help. Come and visit me in the Carrington building or contact me by email. See you soon.
We'll now take a look at our shared commitment to sustainability and how together we can work towards our sustainability goals. Net zero by 2030. Yes, we're serious. And so is the university and the local community, which you are now a key member of. Be part of it by reducing your use, whether that be electricity, water, or disposables. Just by taking the time to report minor maintenance such as dripping taps or running toilets, you can have a huge impact on the amount of water saved. Switch off appliances at the plug when not in use. Turn off your light when you leave a room. And turn down radiator thermostats when you're not in your room or going away for a few days. Living in halls, whether in a meal plan hall or self-catered, provides an opportunity for everyone to play a key role in our sustainability strategy and the shared goals of living in a university community. Recycle, recycle, recycle. And most importantly, get it in the right bin. All of the bin signage is consistent across the university. We want to avoid as much waste as possible going into our general waste bins, the grey ones, and almost all waste going into our three key recycling streams, dry mixed, food and glass. We're good at this at Reading, and we get better and better every year, so we need you to maintain the upward trajectory and ensure that our residents of 24-25 make the biggest difference yet.
Okay, we are going to open the Q&A session now. But before we start that, please remember to register your attendance by completing the check-in form, which I have posted in the chat. Okay, and to open the Q&A now, I will be joined by my colleague Catherine, who works for UPP with me. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, everyone. As Christine said, my name is Catherine. I'm one of the Deputy Residence Directors. The reason I'm on this call is because Northcourt Group, which you guys are all part of, falls under sort of my operational sort of remit. So UPP, I work for UPP, and we're responsible for all things sort of buildings, maintenance, housekeeping, etc. And we work really closely with our university partners in all the other parts of the services that you guys make contact with too.
Thank you. Our first question for you, Catherine, is where can residents collect post from?
Yeah, all posts across site can be picked up from the post lockers, which are located in the Sherfield JCR. So as you walk into the FM building where the reception is, instead of going right towards the reception desk, you're left, drop down into the JCR, and the post lockers are all on the back wall, and they're all arranged by sort of flat or house. And on check-in, you will have all been given a small key, and that's your post locker key. Any issues with accessing your post locker, just pop along to the reception and they'll be able to assist.
Thank you. And what about parcels?
Parcels, you'll receive, all parcels come to the Northcourt reception. They spend a huge, inordinate amount of time sorting out hundreds of parcels every day in every reception. So when your parcel has been registered on our system, you'll receive a QR code via your Home at Halls app. At that point, you're free to come down to the reception to collect your parcel. Parcel collection times are limited because we need the time to be able to sort all the parcels as well. So they're Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning, and then 2 p.m. to 6:30 in the afternoon during term time.
Thank you. And where can residents dispose of their waste?
So in every kitchen, you've got a food waste bin, a grey bin, which is general waste, and the most important one is a green bin, which is for your cardboard, your clean tins and plastic, etc. And those are emptied twice a week by our fantastic housekeeping team. Outside of those times, the responsibility is yours. And what you'll see around site is our sort of larger sort of 1100 sort of select bins. What they have is you'll see either a green lid to it or a black or grey lid to it, sort of matching the corresponding colour in your kitchen, where you can dispose of it yourself.
Thank you. And where can residents do laundry?
So in Northcourt, you've got two options. So if you're in St Patrick's or the Northcourt houses, you've got the St Patrick's Laundry, which is located in Newcourt. So if you go to St Patrick's Newcourt, which is just to the right of the St Patrick's Cafe, you can, there's Shamrock Cafe, I think it's called. If you go to the right and just under the archway, just on your right hand side, there's a laundry in there, and it's run for us by a company called Wash Station, where you can download the app and you can you utilize the machine and pay via the app. The other laundry for Sherfield and Benyon is located just to the right hand side of the reception building. So instead of going in the double doors, just look directly to your right and there's a door there. It can be missed actually quite easily. And it just opens up into a good sized laundry.
Thank you. And where are the study rooms located?
So there's three good study areas in Northcourt. So you've got the Sherfield JCR, which I know is a JCR, but it does lend itself and is used quite a lot for students who are meeting in small groups, etc. It's a nice, quiet, brightly lit, quite peaceful place. Then you've got the Benyon hub, which is the hub just above the pond area over at Benyon. And for St Patrick's, there's a study space right at the end of Pearson's Court, facing you as you walk in the breakdown gate. I should note that temporarily that is closed, which we have notified all students about, and should they wish to access the study space, just drop us a line in the next week or two. But that will be back and open by the 7th of October.
Thank you. And what address should residents use for their parcels?
The address, so they should put their name and their room number on it, on any sort of addresses, and then it's just to Sherfield Reception, Sherfield Drive, Northcourt Avenue, and I think I'd be guessing, I'm not going to guess, I know it ends 7EY, but on check-in, you will have received all your keys in a small white envelope. The postal address is on that. It's also on the accommodation essential pages.
Thank you. And can residents get grocery deliveries into halls?
We won't take deliveries of any fresh food. So we do try to get delivery drivers, Deliveroo, Amazon, Uber Eats, etc., Asda leave deliveries with us. We won't take any fresh foods. So do make sure that you've put on your instructions that they phone you directly, and you must take delivery of them. The risk is we don't have anywhere refrigerated to leave them.
Thank you. And if residents don't have a food bin, can they request one for the kitchen?
Yes, they should do, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think you can either report on the Home at Halls app or call the Halls hotline to get one.
Yep.
Okay, and when and where should residents return their temporary fobs and cards?
So the vast majority of people would have had those taken off them when they went to Palmer Building and enrolled. For those of you didn't, if you just pop down to reception and hand them in there, we'll be able to take them in.
Thank you. And when would the heating be turned on?
We'll start turning the heating on next week. And then you should start to notice a difference. We have to do it slowly. We can't turn it all on at once. It's not quite that simple. But the heating season starts on the 1st of October. By the 1st of October, we'll have all of the heating on in all of our buildings.
Thank you. And can the residents drink the water from their ensuite rooms?
So they should take note of the signage in their rooms. It should have a sign next to it, whether it's drinking water or not drinking water. If that sticker is missing for some reason, please do just drop us a line to the Halls hotline, and we'll make sure that we get that answer back to you.
Thank you. A couple more questions for you. Where are the common rooms in Northcourt?
Where are the common rooms? So the Benyon Hub doubles up as a sort of a social space and a study space. St Patrick's has a JCR, which is just through the Pearson's Gate. You take the first door on your right and up the stairs, and there's an enormous big JCR there, which is really nice, big space and well used. And the Sherfield JCR, like I said before, is just goes if you're going to the reception, instead of turning right to get to the reception, turn left and drops down. And again, we've sort of refitted that out in the course of the last year or two, and it's a really nice space and opens out onto a nice patio with sort of woodland, and yeah, it's really nicely lit.
Thank you. And what bus can residents use to get to town?
Ooh, good one. I think the best
one.
place to go is onto Christchurch Green, because there's a number of buses that run from there down into town. I think the number 21 is the best one. Am I right there, Christina? Yeah.
Yes.
The number 21 is the best one, and you can catch the number. Go on, you tell me.
They've started a new one, which is specifically to university. It's number 20, so it's just from town to university.
And it runs quite often, doesn't it? I mean, you won't be short of buses. You're in a really lucky situation there. And again, anyone who lives over at Bridges Wessex lives on the number 17 bus route. They're probably two of the best bus routes in Reading, to be honest, to live nearby.
Thank you. Now I'm going to introduce Sue, who is our warden manager. Is that right, Sue?
Yeah, my title is the Residential Support and Discipline Manager, so I look after the wardens and the hall mentors. And you've just seen me on the video.
Yes. So I saw you nodding for the buses question. Do you have anything to add?
No, but if you go to Reading Buses, just the website there, and it will be able to do the route and plan your journey, all of that. So it's nice and easy, the website to use. It's just Reading Buses.
Thank you. Our first question for you is, what are the rules around guests in halls? What if someone has too many people over? Can they stay overnight? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So obviously we want you to feel comfortable in your home while you're here, so you can have guests. If they are going to stay after 2 a.m. in the morning, then what we ask is that you actually register them using your app. And then guests are able to stay for a number of nights in a 7-night period. So we ask that they obviously don't stay for too long, but a couple of nights in a 7-night rolling period is absolutely fine. If you need any more information, please do come back to us at the Wardens. And our email for Wardens is nice and simple. It's just wardens@reading.ac.uk.
Thank you. And can residents ask for parking? Can they get parking permits?
They can. So the time allowed to do that has now passed. So you only had a very short period of time to do this. So if you haven't, then the best thing to do is actually go along to the reception at White Knight's house. And that's the really big building sort of near the bus stops. So again, it's just adjacent to the sports area out the big green area outside the sports park. Again, if you're not sure, just ask us and we'll be able to send you details on the map. If you applied and then have been refused a parking permit, there is an appeal process. But again, if it comes down to the fact that they've said no, please don't park on site. I did talk to one student during intake, and he had actually found somebody who would rent out their driveway for a small amount of money each week. So that's an alternative that you can do.
Thank you. And what ID can residents use to log into Call My app?
So again, on the actual Essentials website, all the details are on there. And when you go into Essentials, I'm just looking at it now, so I can give you all those details. On Essentials, there is actually a tile that talks about digital apps, and it's right at the very bottom of that page. If you don't know about Essentials, basically Essentials is a free access site where the university put all the information, so you can give it to family, you can give it to friends, it's for you to use as well. And it's just at www.reading.ac.uk/essentials. And there is a tile on there called Your Digital Channels and Apps. And if you go down to the one that says Safety and Security, then it says on there for you, after installation, there is a simple verification process to follow, and you'll need to add the group name, UOR Alert. So capital U, small o, capital R, and then the word alert, no spaces.
Thank you. Now I have a few more questions for Catherine, but before I put her on the screen, I just want to say that we had a question about problems with the Home at Halls app. I will post as a reply the support email for the Home at Halls, so you can email them if you have any issues with the app. Okay, so Catherine,
actually, just on that, I can add something because I've spoken to quite a few students today myself who are having a problem. But if you've got the app, if you go onto the app, it's got the two boxes asking you for the email and the password. If you scroll to the bottom of that screen, there's a link that says something like resend my invitation or send me another invitation. If you click on that link, make sure you fill in your personal email address, like your Gmail or your Yahoo, not your University of Reading address. That will send an invitation to your email. You go to your email, give it a minute because it does take a second. You can't do it too quickly. Click on the link in that email, and then it will bring you straight back to the app. And then it will say, welcome, so-and-so. It'll ask you to confirm your email address and set yourself a password. You don't know your password. That's the expectation. So that's the step to follow. I've done that quite a few times today with a number of students, and that's worked perfectly. And if your inventory has expired because you couldn't get into the app quickly enough, again, just pop down to the reception. We can really easily just reset that for you. A new expiry date, giving you 48 hours to complete it. And you'll be able to complete your inventory as normal. And then you can free to go on the app and use everything on it.
Perfect, thank you. Where can residents pay for their accommodation and by what date?
Actually, so I don't get hugely involved in this side of it. Sue might be better to ask, but yeah, so I think Sue might be better to answer that question actually, if you want to. Or you're on mute, Sue.
Sorry, because there was some chatter going on in the office. So you can pay for it online. So what I will do is I will post the link for you. It's nice and easy. And then all you have to do is just stipulate that it's for rent. And then the finance team will make sure that it's matched to your account. But there is an online link that you can use.
Thank you. Okay, and now I have a few more questions for Catherine. Okay, our next question for you is, what if residents have issues with their hot water? I think we've been asked specifically about St. Pat's.
Yeah, if you've got issues with hot water, the best thing you can do is to either log the job via the Home at Halls app, or just phone the Halls hotline directly on 0800 029 1984, and they will be able to ensure that they get the right people out to have a look at the problem.
Thank you. And what if the campus card is not letting residents into the building?
We have had a small number of problems with that, so you can troubleshoot it yourself first. You can make sure that you go to an online lock. At Northcourt Group, it's the online locks are all sort of square shaped and sort of silver in colour. Hold your card up against it until nothing flashes anymore. So it'll flash blue for lots of time, and it might flash green or it might flash red. And then try it on the door that you're trying to get into. If that doesn't work, it means that in the background of the system, your card's not being assigned properly. So you just need to pop to the reception and they'll be able to assign the card and get you up and running. If it's outside of opening hours and it's and you can't get in, by all means, just again phone the halls hotline and security will probably be able to respond for a lockout. They may be able to resolve the issue there and then. If not, they'll be able to let you in or issue a temporary card if it's on a weekend, and you can pop to the reception the following day.
Thank you. Is Creighton Court a quiet hall?
I don't believe so, no.
Oh, I don't think so either.
No, I'm pretty confident it's not. The quiet space over at Northcourt, I think, is down in Sherfield Close. I think the quiet spaces are really quite easy to identify as well, because there's lots of signage up and about both inside them but also outside them, so to alert people that are walking through the area, for example, as well, so they don't go unnoticed.
Okay, thank you. And are the JCRs open 24/7?
Yes, the vast majority of them are open 24/7. That does change sometimes during the year, depending on the use of them. We have had some issues in the past with misuse of social spaces. So my hope is that as long as they're not misused, we've got no reason to close them down early.
Thank you. I've just published the link on how to pay rent, which Sue has helpfully provided for us. A couple more questions for you, Catherine. Where can residents find an iron and ironing board?
So ironing boards should be able to be found in your kitchen. We don't provide irons in kitchens anymore. If you want to use an iron, if you pop to the laundry, there's one there.
Thank you. And can residents redo their inventory if they've missed something?
I don't think that we can reopen it. I think that if it hasn't been completed. I'm pretty sure that's it. I think it's a one chance sort of thing. Because I guess we could find ourselves reopening it during the year. Do you have any of you thoughts on that, Christina? You probably know as well.
I think the best thing to do is to call the host hotline or log a job on the Home at Halls app and just mention in the comments that you have forgotten to put this on the inventory.
Ultimately, there's nothing to stop you to log. There's nothing to stop you logging a job for the issue that you found, because we will keep a record of that against it, against sort of your room history, essentially on that on the system.
Thank you. We had several more questions about heating, and I just want to retaliate again that it will be turned on the 1st of October, but if you are feeling cold, you can call the Halls hotline and let
you
them
can
know.
call you can call the Halls hotline. We will carry out a temperature check. We're just about to publish some really helpful information via the A to Z Halls handbook on heating and how you can sort of learn your system as well, which I think will come in useful next week when it's on. So we'll be making sure that we share the link to that. But for the moment, call the Halls hotline. We will come out and do a temperature check. If it's not within sort of our normal sort of parameters, we will look to resolve the issue for you.
Yes, thank you. And are the laundry rooms open 24/7?
They are indeed.
Okay, thank you. And now I'm going to speak to Sarah from the Students' Union.
Brilliant.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself quickly?
Okay. Hello, everyone. So my name is Sarah Ifedon. I am your welfare officer from the Reading Students' Union. So basically what I do is I run different campaigns. I try to organize small and big events, basically that are students-led by you. Some of the campaigns I'm running this first semester are the Men Too campaign to give men a safe space to talk about their mental health struggles. We also have the self-defense workshop coming up in November. Then the Reclaim the Night March to support the cause to end violence against women and girls. And we have a whole lot more campaigns and events that I have planned. Then we also have non-alcoholic events like the Treats Tuesday. So this is every Tuesday. It's a crafting session. It's very relaxing. It's a safe space to just come together and make new friends and just do something fun, like making friendship bracelets or painting or making Halloween costumes, because we have Halloween, like an event for Halloween coming up pretty soon as well. At the SUB, then we have different venues for you. We have the lounge room, and the lounge room has free tea and coffee. We have a vending machine as well. All you have to do is to use your student ID card to get in there. You can use that as a study space or to meet up with friends. At the SUB, we also have Glitch, Flex, we have the Mojo's Bar, we have 360, and my all-time favorite is a relaxation room. So this is a room that's kind of like a quiet space. If you feel like you need a break from everything, from campus life or anything, from everything happening, you can just walk up to the welcome desk and say hi to Loretta or Barbara over there and tell them that you want to use the relaxation room. They just give you access to that. Just go up there, lock yourself in. We have books in there. We have stress balls, and you can just close the blinds as well and just have a calm moment there. So yeah, this is like the major events that we have planned for you, and I'm currently starting a welfare committee. So if welfare is something you're also interested in and you'd like to get involved and volunteer and help organize events, help run campaigns, I would really love you to be part of that committee. Just it's not going to take a lot of your time. You go through little training and that's it. If you'd like to know more, please download the SU app or go follow us on Instagram as well. It's Reading SU, and that's it, Reading SU. Follow us on Instagram, download the SU app. It has all the information that you need. We have an advice team here as well who can help you with your money, with your housing issues, with your academics issue, or anything welfare. And we know how to signpost you to the right people on campus as well. I don't know if there's anything else you'd like to know, but yeah, once again, my name is Sarah and I am your welfare officer. Thank you.
Thank you. Can mature students and postgraduate students join societies?
Okay, absolutely. So yeah, because I'm also a postgrad student, yeah, and I did not know this information until I'm about to graduate. But yes, you can join societies. We have so many. We have about 182 sorts of clubs and societies. So there's a whole lot for you. I don't know what you love, what you enjoy doing, but yeah, we have something for you. And if it's not there, you can start one. You can start a society. Yeah, just get your team together, get your welfare, your president, your secretary, everybody together, and then start your own society. It's that easy.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sarah. Now I have a few more questions for Sue.
Okay.
Hi, Sue. Where can visitors park on campus?
So the best place would actually be car park 1 and 1A. If it's after 5 o'clock at night, then they can go into car park 2, which is obviously on the main campus. But if you're outside of where you are now in Northcourt, then you can park anywhere sort of around those spaces. But please don't use disabled bays unless you have a disability badge. But any other car parking space after 5 o'clock is fine.
Thank you. And how can residents ensure that their payment for accommodation has gone through?
It should do. You should get a receipt come through automatically as well. If you're not 100% sure, you can always email student credit control, all one word, at reading.ac.uk. So that's student credit control at reading.ac.uk, and they will confirm that that's gone through for you. It does normally take an update overnight for people to see it. So they won't be able to tell you within half an hour of you posting, for example, but the next day they should be able to tell you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm afraid that's all we have time for tonight. If you have any more questions that haven't been answered, you can always call the host hotline, who are there 24/7, 365 days a year, and are always happy to help. You can also ask them on the tele submissions on the Home at House app. Again, the host hotline will respond pretty quickly. Thank you for joining us, and remember to register your attendance by completing the check-in form. Have a great evening.
Bye.